Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've been thinking about it. What would be if you could play hordes controller? Well, today I figured it out. I was actually playing Elder Scrolls Online, and I was like, this game has controller support. How do I add hordes? So I looked online how to put up controllers inputs for any browser game or anything else. And well, I found this interesting software called Key to Joy, and I played around with it, and I bounced some keys, and well, I could play with a controller. So the movement, there's camera movement, which I put in. It's a bit, weird since your mouse still moves on the screen. But as long as you don't put that like on anything like your inventory per se, it doesn't really matter that much. You can also jump, I can also shoot, I can also like cycle targets. So yeah, it's actually kind of interesting. It's probably not that good for PvP, but yeah, it works. Alright, so let me show you my key bindings just in a second. I think I'll actually go to the Fable over here. Well, that was annoying. I accidentally, something didn't work. But anyway, alright, so let me test that. So first I've got my toggle shifting, or enemy shifting to left mouse bumper. Now I have my right mouse bumper as friendly target shifting. So like if I want to enchant someone, I can do that. Now, X, A, B, Y. A is of course jump. X I put as my magic attack. B would be my freeze. If I click here, boom. Then I have RT as my orb. I can press Y to use hypothermia. I can press RT to shoot again. Oh my god, I can now, dude. People always asking me for stuff. No, and then I can use enchantment if I click down here. Ice shield if I click this. I can also mount up and ride with it well. And I can also use HP pots. This should be the MP, the back button. The start button is the HP. And my teleport is left mount, like the left trigger. Orb is the right trigger. So yeah. And then I also have my charms, which is the D-pad. D-pad down, by the way, is recall. But the left trigger would be my ship pennant. The right trigger would be my tattooed skull. So, for example, I can start casting man up, and I can use my ship pennant, and I can go super fast. Now, in terms of actual gameplay, it's not that great since shifting, like toggle shifting, is really terrible. Like no one uses tab shifting. The cycle targets. Shaman is a bit better. I've tried that. I think the most ideal you play with is probably Warrior. Shaman, I had the problem was that I didn't have enough buttons, and this is Xbox 360 control stand. I don't have any back pedals to press, and if I had those, like from an Elite controller, it probably would be much easier to actually play, but I don't have those, so yeah. But you could technically go farm or boss with this, but the problem is you also can switch stuff in the inventory since this is only just inputs. Like it only controls like switches your inputs to a controller. It doesn't actually give you an entire inventory UI. I mean, you could technically do it, but it's too like hard. You'd probably have to switch between. I mean, I guess I could make it switch in between modes, so I can like click a button and it starts the thing. But anyway, I think I'll try to get a bit of action here. For a bit of mobs, a little 35s. I'm not gonna PvP on this character because I'm not entirely sure if I want to since I rarely PvP. So activate my 2 skull, I shoot, and then I orb again, although this is my standard routine, but you know, it works. And bam! I can fire with my controller. They drop anything good. I don't have shift on my controls, so I have to, you know, I have to press my keyboard and I can trigger an MP pod, mount up again, and keep going. It's actually, yeah, it's really fun. I mean, it's definitely playable, like, 100%. But in PvE, it's kind of stupid, unless you're near level, like, then maybe it makes sense. Or if you just have your IF gear at all times, like, you know, warrior maybe, or your IF parties could work. PvP, decent, since the cycling kind of sucks ass. You're not as fast as all the other players. Unless you're a tank, then maybe it doesn't make much difference. Unless you're trying to charge as a warrior, but as a warrior, because you're usually in front of people, and how the cycling system works is the person in front of you gets targeted first. So technically, you could easily, you know, just you know, cycle your targets and start smacking them. You know? Alright, so now I'm gonna switch over to the shaman, which I think is a bit more interesting. Alright. Now I've got a different binding for my shaman. I switched it around a bit, obviously, like not all the things are the same key buttons. My god, does everyone want to talk to me? Usually don't talk to me that much, but anyway. So, you know, I can heal, I can mend, I can cycle between targets, start healing everyone, but it's a bit odd. I don't have recall on the shaman because I don't have that many slots. Now, I could use my second charm slot, which I don't have implemented yet, but, you know, I decided to because I'm almost getting it. I'm not gonna screw up my brain, you know. Otherwise, later if I try to play, it's be really hard. But yeah, you know, it works really well. I can just go twink, start healing. Okay, it's Hitman. So you know, I can heal this guy. I can get over here, heal you. I can drink an MP pod now. I can only drink my big MP pods because I haven't found my small MP pods. But it generally works, yeah, and you know, it's might go do some PvP with it. Like let's heal up this guy over here. XXX, and then B for my mend. It all works fine. My heals are terrible right now. Bam, our little scout man is healed again. Then mount up again. I chill. I'm gonna drink a small empty pot, but I use my keyboard for that. Now, who's that down there? Who's that Pokemon? Are they okay? That's a whole PvP party. Wait a minute, LB is my ship. I'm so confused. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to PvP again with that, like just myself. But yeah. It's really fun. You can roam around, you can use the camera, you can move quite smoothly actually. Just that your you know, your mouse will sometimes slowly show. Yeah, so that's kind of it for hordes on controller. You know, I think it'd be fun if I, you know, level a new warrior. So I have level 1 just sit in there and just see how it goes. Yeah, but yeah, pretty fun. And well, guys, that's some hordes of controller. Yes, it's possible. Now to get into what software actually is. Alright, so what I use is this thing, Joy to Key, which there's like simple mapping. But what's also cool on it is you can map like to, like, let's say my stick. Yeah, stick to left, right, like these things. Actually, let me just minimize this thing. Well, like, for example, I have my mage set up here. There's right and left. You can make it so that it does right click, which is what you do to move the camera, and then tell it, move your mouse like left. And there's specific speed values as well. So like if you want a slow camera, you can set that up as well. Like this is my WASD, which is my controller movements. Like let's say for example my O and P, which is button 7 and 8, which is the start and back button. Yeah, but you can also button 1, which is A space. And the cool thing is if you click on buttons, it'll highlight it, like which ones are which, like for ease of access, So like, oh shit, yeah. But a thing to notice that this thing works on not just browser, I think just across your whole PC. If you have it open, be careful because it still works. You could probably play other games like this. I guess say if your favorite Steam game doesn't have control support, but you think it could have control support. Yeah, I'm gonna check out my game as well, which I really enjoyed playing. But yeah, so this is how you can play it. Now you could also assign like these specific mappings to specific games or windows or browsers. Now the reason why I haven't assigned this to my Opera GX, which is the browser I used to play Hordes, is because I have two different ones. I'm pretty sure if I registered them to Opera GX, they'd start fighting each other. And I want to be able to switch around and play different classes. Now I obviously could just have everything the same mapping, but generally when I play games, I feel like specific skills like goes to specific mapping. Like for example, X is usually the attack button in most at least in one of the RPG games I used to play. And A is definitely on jump, so I'm like it has to go there. RT is more like for an attack spell, so I put Canine Hell there because it makes more sense. Like it's more about and for the mage, I put Orb on there because it makes more sense. But anyway, so if you want to try it out for yourself, it's joy to key. Use at your own risk, though. I'm not sure if there's anything else attached to it. Probably not, but it's an open source. I think other people can work on it, but from what I've used, it's really, really well. It does what what you want it to do, and yeah. So yeah, that's how you play Hordes with your own controller. Now, I'm not gonna go to combat or anything. I could, but I really don't feel like it right now. So yeah, that's Hordes with controller. Kind of awesome, honestly. It's always been a dream of mine to play Hordes with controller, mobile, which I actually did play Hordes with mobile for my mobile sucks, so that's another story. But yeah, now I can play with controller, which is actually it's not bad. It's actually well made. You can interact with the NPCs, of course. But you can just pull out your keyboard really quick in front of you, press a few buttons, and continue playing. It works really well. Anyway, so that's it for today. I just wanted to tell you guys like how it works and what you could do. And if you really want to play Hordes with controller, it's not the best idea, but it works. It works. Anyway, see you guys. Peace out.